Hello there, Michaelers. Pearl Jr. here. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a great day. Well, there is something that I want to talk to you guys about, but first I want to show you this. See, it's a crescent moon and a butterfly. I just saw it, so I thought of Michael, so I said, oh, I'm going to get the little necklace and wear it. And then, I don't have on my infinity earrings. Every time I wear my infinity earrings, I always forget that I'm wearing my infinity earrings and I go on live. All right, guys. So, before we get started, stays all day, Shay. Let's do work and play, because everybody has skin. So make sure you go to Stays All Day Shay and do yourself a favor. If you haven't ordered some, treat yourself. Smells fabulous. Your skin is wonderful. And oh my God, this one is based on Chanel Chan's. I call it Go Go Dance. I wear it. Whenever I wear it, I get compliments. I had it on the other day. I was in the elevator and this girl said, oh my God, you smell so marvelous. I said, oh, well, you can smell good too. And I gave her a card. Of course, I'm always marketing and promoting and doing everything for the store. So before we get way started, let's do the ribbon cutting. Remember I was talking about the ribbon cutting ceremony? And this is on my Instagram, the Skin Butter Store. And here we are. There's my son, Khalil, the vice mayor of the city of Burbank, even though my store is in the... So I like to thank the Burbank Chamber of Commerce. That's the first time I ever did something like that. And look at my son. He's so proud too. So that's very nice. All right. Okay. So the ribbon cutting was very successful. We had the best sales day ever that day, ever. Okay, by a few $100s. So it was a significant best day ever. And we are on target to have the best month ever at the Skin Butter Store. So be sure you go to staysalldayshay.com or the Skin Butter Store, and it says shop products. Hit that and you'll go to Stays All Day Shay, and you can look at all our fantastic body skin products, especially the shea butters and the fragrances. I promise you are fabulous. You smell good for hours. Okay. So we got that out of the way. Okay, I do have notes. Okay, I saw a video that I can't find right now of Taj, 3T, Taj, Terrell, and TJ. And Terrell has been on stage filling in for, is no longer Jackson 5 or Jackson 6. It's just now, unfortunately we lost Tito Jackson. But and Jermaine has been out of performing with them for a few years. So, and then Michael, he's on hiatus because he retired and faked his death. And I got something to tell you about that too. And all we have is Jackie and Marlon, really. And Randy is Janet's manager. At least last I heard, Randy was Janet's manager. Hello from Germany, Yvonne. Hello there. Welcome. And and then we had Terrell. No. What's his name? Taj Terrell. Yeah, Terrell and TJ. We had him. He was performing even when Papa Joe was alive. He was on stage performing, filling in. And then we had TJ. Not TJ. TJ's been solo for a while. We have Taj. Taj joined them on stage. I don't know where the video is. And he was performing with them, and he's a good dancer and, of course, a good singer. The Jacksons are all so talented, all of them. But, Taj, where's our documentary? Where's the documentary the fans gave you over $250,000 for? Where is that? Where is that? So me seeing him on stage made me think we're never getting the documentary. We're never getting it. Maybe we should just forget about it. But no, fans gave you money for that. Okay, so fingers crossed that we get the Rewriting History documentary about Michael Jackson that Taj said he was going to do, that's going to blow everything out of the water and prove how innocent Michael is. Well, I've done that one with the 2005 trial. It's called Michael Jackson, The Trial and Triumph of the King of Pop. And Papa Joe was calling me, wanting to buy it. Then somebody named Wilson, he contacted me, and then he was a part of this company called Rock City. I found out later that Carrie Gordy, and Carrie Gordy was also a producer on an Ed Sullivan documentary Cecil and I watched last night, who is Barry Gordy's son. Him and Michael were real close, but anyway, he had a company, Rock City, with Jack Wishna and Carrie Gordy. And then I found out that the address to my distributor, Wilson, was the same address as the Michael Jackson company. So I was a part of the setup of the death hoax, okay? Because my documentary explained why Michael was found not guilty in 14 out of 14 counts. I mean, that is humiliation for the DA, right? For Snedden, and he deserved it because Michael is no pedophile. I wanted to say this. I was talking about those books. There's a couple books that people have talked about that were found in Michael's home in '93. The Boys and something, a photographic journey. Boys Will Be Boys, and then The Boys, a photographic journey. Both of them are not illegal books. They're not child pornography. But they do have questionable photos in there. One of them had Michael signing it to someone, and the other one was somebody gave it to Michael, right? And it was locked in a closet in Michael's home, his condo, in '93 when they raided in '93. Now, they didn't find nothing like that in 2003. So Michael learned his lesson. Okay, Michael innocently came upon those books. He meant to give it to someone because we know, because he wrote it, right? But he decided against it, right? He's like, I don't know if that's a good thing to do. And then somebody gave it to him. Michael is a hoarder. Okay, if anybody has looked at Michael's pictures of even the Carolwood house or even Neverland, Michael was a hoarder. Michael is a hoarder because I know he's still a hoarder. I know he is, and he don't know how to clean. He doesn't, because when me and him used to talk on the phone, he did not know how to clean up. He just did not know how. And it was sincere. He wanted to clean up, but he really didn't know how to clean up. Okay, Michael is a hoarder, and that's probably why he kept those books in '93. But they didn't find anything like that in 2003. So that was just a one-off. It meant nothing. And then in 2003, they showed all his girly magazines and heterosexual sex magazines. So he was not a pedophile, okay? He was not a pedophile that preferred little boys. He was not, okay? So everybody be armed with that information, because when the Michael biopic comes out, all kinds of things are going to come out with Michael, and some of them are to stir controversy, stir interest, and some of them are really to harm and hurt him. So we as Michael Jackson fans, we as Michael Jackson believers have to be armed with the truth, ready for it when we're having conversations with people. Okay, so I just wanted to add that in. Okay, Michael's in a store. Okay, his merchandise, his stuff is in a store, and I think it was MJ, who I saw at first was MJ Fangirl. She doesn't like me. She doesn't like me because I say Michael's alive, which she should say, girl, what makes you think that? How come? You know, she should be like embracing that. That's good news. Not, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. You know, like I'm some kind of evil person because I am proving that Michael is still alive and he faked his death. But she doesn't like me. But still, she went out, and let me look it up, MJ Fangirl. And she does good stuff. MJ Fangirl. So she went to the Shoe Palace, and MJ Fangirl blog, there it is. And she went to the Shoe Palace. I think this is it. Let me see. Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay. She went to the store, the Shoe Palace, and Michael's merch is there. So I'm just going to show a little bit of her stuff, okay? Her coverage. There she is. And so she's going to show you, look, Michael Jackson shorts, Michael Jackson's t-shirts, Michael Jackson's regular shirts. So he is in the Shoe Palace. Let's go back. Okay, see the shoe palace. All right. So it's getting ready to start. Michael Mania is starting. Okay, it is starting. So we thank her for that. And hold on. And yeah, we thank her for that. And let's see what else. Oh, let's go through something else. You know how Dante is just such a mystery. Dante Williams Jackson. He is such a mystery to us, right? Because he grew up and he calls Genevieve, Randy Jr., Jafar, and Your Majesty his brothers and sisters, right? The Jacksons have a lot of males in their family. Joe is just so uber masculine, just so many boys. And there's a little girl in there somewhere. There's a girl somewhere, right? But it's mostly males in the Jackson family. So Dante has been a mystery because we know that Alejandra is her, Alejandra is her name. Alejandra is the mother of Jafar, Your Majesty, which are Jermaine's kids, Randy Jr. and Genevieve, which are Jermaine's kids. I know it's weird. And then there's Dante, so there's 5 of them, right? Randy Jr. and Dante only 6 months apart, so we know she couldn't give birth to both of them. So I know that someone told me that Joe told this person to take Dante as an infant, as a baby, pick him up in Las Vegas and take him to Katherine's house. And that's where he lived ever since then. And then this one article said that Dante was adopted by Joe and Katherine. But Dante doesn't call Katherine mother. Dante calls Alejandra mother. Now, it's all whatever, but you know what I have to say about Alejandra? We don't hear that those kids are crazy, they're on drugs, they're messed up. We only hear nice things, and they're always so mannerable and so polite and kind. So whatever the situation was, I think there's been a pretty good outcome with them as adults. So she got to live at Hayvenhurst for free the whole time Dante was there, even though she was the mother of Jermaine and Randy's kids. So they all got to live at Hayvenhurst for free for 20 years. Michael and Latoya owned the deed to Hayvenhurst, right? So why would the other nieces and nephews didn't get to live there for free? So why did Alejandra get to live there for free, right? And my thought is because they were taking care of Michael's son, Dante. Now, you guys know I have so much proof that Brandon Howard, for real, is Michael Jackson's biological son. He's that whole Billie Jean thing, baby be mine. Billie Jean always talk when nobody else is talking. You can't feed the baby, don't have the baby. And the eyes look like mine. Oh no, lie becomes the truth. Okay, that whole Thriller thing. And Brandon matches in the timing, his age. His mother was there. We can put Mickey and Michael in the same place at the same time. She was Joe. Joe Jackson was her manager. The Pretend Dad, Augie's on the Thriller album. So we can put them all. And then Michael drew pictures of Mickey. And he eventually bought the song Baby Be Mine because she had a song called Baby Be Mine too. And then Michael had the song Baby Be Mine right on the same Thriller album. Okay, so... and I think that their relationship was more than what we thought it was, right? And then he says in Billie Jean, she crept into my room with the smell of sweet perfume. So she was in the house, okay? She was in the house because Michael wrote Billie Jean, right? And she's apparently lived at the house at that time, okay? So anyway, so let's get to Dante. So there's been rumors that this is the woman that Michael was going to marry, okay, in the early 90s. Now, she kind of looks like Dante to me. She kind of looks like Dante, right? And so people have wondered, is she Dante's real mother? Okay, I don't know. She could just be a fan picture, but that's been floating around. Also, there's been floating around of Michael attending his friend's marriage, and that girl is from South Africa or wherever she's from. She's not. She's not. Wasn't with Michael. She was getting married to Michael's friend. Okay, and she was Michael's friend. Okay. So anyway, so we've wondered about her. Is she Dante's mom? Right? Is she Dante's mom? We've wondered and wondered and wondered, but we don't know. But Dante, I can't tell you something that I will be able to tell you one day. But if we go to MichaelJacksonInsider.com, I was talking to somebody about Dante, and then Dante shows up at my farmer's market. I was on the phone talking to somebody important about something important, talking about Dante, and Dante shows up at my farmer's market. That's Dante. And I think they kind of look alike. That's Dante. That's me and Dante. Okay? So I'm just wondering. Okay? I'm just wondering. Okay? Because why else would Michael pay for, and Michael paid the bills at Neverland. Okay, Latoya was on the deed, but I think Michael paid Latoya off years before that. Okay, but Michael's paying all the bills. So why is Michael paying all the bills? Right? And he calls her mother and calls them brothers and sisters. Okay, so I'm just wondering. But it could be that Michael really has Brandon for sure. Brandon fits every which way all the time, everywhere you look, Brandon. Okay, for sure. And Dante. Is Dante Michael's other son, biological son? I don't know, but I thought I'd just bring that up. All right, let's get to Katherine. This was fun. Okay, Katherine did an interview in 2010, which is after Michael apparently died. Okay, and we're going to listen to how she's talking about him. Okay, hold on. Okay, whoa. Okay, so I'm going to turn this, and I want you guys to listen and see if you can catch where she slips up. Okay. All right, here we go.
Michael had said that he didn't want to do any more concerts, that he wanted to be behind the scene in the movies. He wants to shoot, direct, and do things like that. And I'd like to see him accomplish it.
What? You like to see him accomplish it?
He's like a perfectionist. Anything he does, he makes sure that it's the best.
How do you think Michael felt in his final year?
Wait, and then she trying to bring her back. She trying to bring her back to, ain't he supposed to be dead? How Michael felt? We're going to hear it again without me
being
interrupting.
Famous and his celebrity.
I imagine he must have liked it a lot because he could have stopped performing anytime he wanted to, and he kept on doing it. He loved what he was doing since he was young. He talked about he missed his childhood, which he did, but then he also said he loved what he's doing now and he wouldn't have had it no other way. But sometimes you have to sacrifice to do what you want to do or get where you want to get.
Okay, let's listen to this again.
Michael had said that he didn't want to do any more concerts, that he wanted to be behind the scene in the movies. He wants to shoot, direct, and do things like that. And I'd like to see him accomplish it. And I think he would do a good job because he's like a perfectionist. Anything he does, he makes sure that it's the best.
All right, okay. She slipped big time. Big time. He's supposed to be dead. And she said, I'd like to see him accomplishing it. Okay? That's what she said. And she says, I think he'll do a good job. Okay? A lot of you fans have thought that if Michael faked his death, he's somewhere in a corner not doing nothing. I don't know how we got to that. Or that he's not seeing his prayers, Prince Blanket, and Dante and Brandon. Okay? BG. Okay? If he's alive, of course he's seeing him. The only way he wouldn't see him is if he was really dead, right? What is Michael doing? He's behind, not performing. He's behind the scenes, directing. Remember that picture of Michael and the empty Graham, the guy who's the producer of the Michael biopic? And he had the Michael Jackson chair, director's chair, and it was empty. Okay, and he posted that. Okay, Michael Jackson, it didn't say Jafar Jackson. It said Michael Jackson, and it was empty. Okay, Michael is behind every single solitary project that has been released after the death announcement. And many of the projects, like the Cirque du Soleil show, he wrote about it in notes. Okay, there was the Michael animated series when I covered the IRS case. Michael had already set that up too. Okay, Michael did 2 Cirque du Soleil shows. Okay, which was, the first one was the immortal, wink wink, Michael Jackson Lives On. That's what it said all over Mandalay Bay Hotel in Las Vegas. Then he did the Michael Jackson 1 show. Then he did the MJ musical. I was about to protest, and other people about to protest MJ musical. I got a note firm, okay, that said, leave that alone. Okay, leave that protest alone. I'm like, okay. I was like, ooh, all right. Michael was behind that. Okay, Michael's behind the biopic. That's why Peter Michael Bobby is not online constantly. Of course, every now and then he'll throw out some stuff that he's already used, probably because the memory came up, right? Or he goes through and he does it real quick and he does stuff. But for the most part, he's been, very sporadic and very missing a lot. He's missing a lot. He's not there a lot. Okay, so I want to hear Katherine one more time. I just love it. I love hearing her say this. Okay, here we go.
He didn't want to do any more concerts.
He didn't want to do any more.
He wants to be behind the scene in the movies. He wants to shoot, direct, and do things like that. And I'd like to see him accomplish it.
I'd like to see him.
I think he would do a good job because
I'd like to see him accomplish it. I think he will do a good job. She knows Michael's alive. You wouldn't say that if your son was dead. You would have said, oh my God, if he would have done that, I know he would have done a great job. And my son, I know he would have accomplished it. She said it as if this is what he's doing. And this is 2010, okay? And the death announcement was 2009. So Michael was just getting started with doing his work behind the scenes, right? She slipped up big, humongous time. Just like Jackie said when somebody asked Jackie Jackson, what would Michael think of today's music? Oh, he loves it. He loves it? Okay, so let me find the director's chair. Okay, let me see if I can find it. CHAIR. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Found it. Here we go. Graham, what's his last name? Graham King. And here it is. And look at the thriller little tiger. There it is. The empty director's chair. Michael Jackson. There's Thriller. Okay? GK Films. That is Graham King Films. He's the producer. He's letting us know. Okay? That chair. Now, maybe somebody just said, oh, just post it. It's fun. Can you post this picture? And he ain't going to say no. And he may not be in on it. Okay? Because Michael can do all kinds of stuff in disguise from a remote location. He can filter what he wants through John Branca and John McClane, who definitely know Michael faked his death because they had to know, right? They had to know. It was on a need-to-know basis, and the word is need to know. Okay, the family knew, right? Eventually. I believe some of them knew beforehand, and then some of them found out later, right? Joe and Katherine knew from the beginning. Right? Because Katherine going shopping for sleeping bags. I was just at that Target she was at just the other day. Thinking about her when I was shopping at Target, thinking, It ain't even been a good 24 hours, and your son is dead, and you la la la, dee da da dee da. I gotta get some sleeping bags. Let me get some sleeping bags. I'm gonna get some sleeping bags. As if, you know, your son, the biggest star in the world, was just being announced dead, fans crying everywhere, and she out shopping for sleeping bags? Okay, just like her code for her book, Never Can Say Goodbye. Was MJ alive? Wait, let me see. Let me see if I can find that code. CODE. Let's see. A promo code. That's what I called it. Promo code. Let's see. Let's see what comes up. Yep, here it is right here. And this is from her official website when she had it. Okay? This is it. MJ Lives. Okay? This was June 19, 2010. And Never Can Say Goodbye by the Katherine Jackson story, edition electronic version free with purchase, reader something weekend with coupon code MJ Lives. You want to see if I can find the Target one? The Target, let's see if I can find her shopping at Target. Target. I like to call it Target. Target. They should have a upscale department for Target. Call it Target. Nah, I can't find it quick because it's a video, I think. Okay, maybe I can Google it. Okay, you tell me if this looks like a mother that just lost her son. Google. Let's see. Google. Oh, Google. Oh, man, come on. Google.com. And Katherine Jackson shops at Target. Oh, Target. Okay, Katherine Jackson. Here she is. Here it is. Here for sleeping bags. Here it is right here. Okay. Here it is. Here it is. Lady dee dum bop. What should I get? Should I get the green ones? Is the Target? Is it over here? Is it over there? Where are the sleeping bags at? Okay. Just a regular day shopping. Just a regular old day shopping for sleeping bags. None of her other kids could go for a grieving mother. But she got to go out and get some sleeping bags. Okay, I think that's Trent. Yep, that's Trent. Okay. In line. Look at her. In line. In line. That's Trent, who ended up being her caregiver until Reby did it. Look. Look. Shopping for sleeping bags. Did we get enough? Did we get them? Because Paris, Prince, and BG were coming, so she had to get them something to sleep in. They wanted to sleep in sleeping bag. Let me see. Oh, do you think that one? You think they like that color? Or you think, yeah, this one will be for Prince. I think I like this one. Yeah, this one will work. Yeah, because the kids had to go to her house. Okay? And so, oh, let's get all, look. Look, there's sleeping bags. Okay, where's Miss Katherine? All right, there she is, pushing the cart. Regular old day at the store.
Hi, Miss Jackson. The world mourns with you in your loss, and we're really sorry. Is there anything? Is there anything that you would like to say to Michael's legions of fans? All right, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
She don't even want to talk about it.
God bless you and your family, Mrs. Jackson.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. People want to be mad at me, okay? As if I'm the bad person, right? As if I'm the bad one, right? Okay, let's see the date on here. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let's dismiss this. Let's get the date. Oh, here we go. June 29th. But she did this on the 26th. Okay, hold on. Saturday night. Okay, Saturday night. Okay, the death announcement came on Michael Jackson's mother, Katherine Jackson, shops at Target for sleeping bags Saturday night. The death announcement was Thursday. Okay, so Friday, the next day, 1.5 days after that, 2 days, 1 day. Okay, the 25th, he was announced dead on which was Thursday, a Thursday. I'll never forget. It was the saddest day of my life at that point. And here she is on Saturday, out shopping, sleeping bags on Saturday, 2 days later. I'm just saying, I'm not even out the bed yet. I can't think. I'm distraught. I'm in bed. I ain't ate anything yet. My mother was calling me saying, "Little Pearl, you gotta eat. You gotta eat. Drink some water." I mean, didn't turn on the TV. And then when I did, guess what I started watching? Eddie and the Cruisers. Remember that, y'all? Eddie and the Cruisers, about a rock star faking his death, started airing. And some fans consider me the enemy because I am proving to them the best news possible, which is Michael Joe Jackson is alive, faked his death so he can retire, escape the BS that so many people put him through, right? And be able to work behind the scenes. And Michael's made so much money, over $3 billion, okay? $3 billion, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, right? I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars a year, okay? Hundreds of millions of dollars per year, right? Since then, right? So I'm the bad guy where certain fans hate me because I am proving the best news possible. Okay, I don't make this happen, y'all, right? I don't make this happen. I'm a reporter that's reporting to you guys what I consider to be thrilling, wonderful, fantabulous news. Okay, guys, and I think, let me see if that's it for today. It's going to be a short live. Let's see. Oh, my film, A Prisoner of Fame, got some publicity. Okay, got a little write-up, and we got to thank the Naparazian.com. Thank you, Naparazian.com. They published a little article about A Prisoner of Fame. Please watch it. And then, Michael was hacked. Okay, and that was weird. Wasn't that weird? Okay, there was a hack. And the hack was, it had a Future logo. Okay, Future is a star. He's a singer and a producer. And his logo is free bands. Let me see if I pull that up. But anyway, it appeared on Michael Jackson's official sites for a couple of minutes. It appeared on his sites for a couple of minutes, right? And let's see. Free bands, Future. And then it just disappeared, right? So I'm thinking, is there some kind of, here it is, here's the logo. It was this logo that appeared on Michael's official website, and then they took it down. And so I'm wondering, is there going to be some kind of collaboration with Future, the writer, or were they really hacked? Were they really hacked? Yes or no? I don't know. Let's see what else there is. Oh, Brandon. Okay, he got some more press. Brandon says, rumored son of Michael Jackson to represent U.S. at Russia's Eurovision rival. Okay, yay, Brandon. Okay, I don't know what Eurovision rival. Moscow times, back to Russia. Okay, stranger in Moscow. Okay, Russia, where Michael could have went. But Michael's been traveling. He was all worried about that passport. Remember, y'all? He was all messed up about that passport. Kept going on and on and on and on and on and on. Now, why would Bobby Anderson need a passport that bad? That's Michael. That's Michael worried about his passport, how he's going to travel, and how he can't get it from Donald Trump because he called the White House, because that's what he usually do when he needs something. He's that high up. I'm going to call the president. That's all. That's it. I got to call the president. But, whoop, 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 I'm supposed to be dead. I can't do that. Okay, so then I was going to do something. I was going to look up something. Golly, my mind goes a little crazy. I wanted to look up Brenda Richie. And she said Michael had a girlfriend, a black girlfriend he was engaged to in the early 90s. Let's find that. Okay, Brenda, and let's see, girlfriend. Okay, Brenda Richie. Okay, let's just put Brenda. Okay, Brenda. Let's see my Brenda Richie stuff. Brenda Richie knows Brandon. Oh, yeah, Brenda Richie. I got a lot of stuff from her because she was on the hate bandwagon for a minute. Oh, let's do this. Brenda Richie, who's known Brandon all his life because she was married to Lionel Richie, and Lionel Richie and the Jacksons used to do tours together. They used to open for the Jackson 5, the Commodores, okay? So here we go. No way in hell would the family or parents give her clues. You don't know that. Michael is not here. Yes, he is. They do know her. We don't know her. Something dumb. Oh, that's Brenda being dumb. Oh, I'm sorry. Brenda, I don't know what she was saying here. Hold on. Okay. Brenda don't know. She was being a hater. Okay. And she better be glad I wasn't in the mood to sue, because I could have did that. Okay. Because she was definitely... oh, here it is. Brandon hanging out at the house. Here we go. Because when I ran into Brenda Richie, Latoya, Jeffrey at the Polo Lounge, right? Y'all seen the pictures on MichaelJacksonInsider.com. I told Latoya, I said, oh, so Brand B. Howard is going to be on your reality show. And she said, yeah. And then Brenda said, who's B. Howard? And then Latoya just did something with her shoe to kind of distract her. And then she just kind of, I don't know. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Where's the Brandon part? She always, and then she said, I do know Brandon. Let's see. Where Howard makes some duets and big concerts. He is MJ's son. Don't want it anyway. Many years to make money. Okay. Yeah, she was a big old hater. Okay, here it is. Okay, Brenda was a big old hater. Okay. Please, I don't know her. I don't care to be bothered. It was wasting my time right now to discuss this. It's sad if people want to waste their money on lies. Yeah, the lie that Michael Jackson is dead. We were there. We know. We saw. She knows nothing, period. We don't owe her a thing. I am done. She talking about me. She always totes her rights while denying others. Brenda doesn't have to spank her. It would take a few calls from Brenda, the Jacksons, and the estate, making it clear they won't have anything to do with people associating with her. Oh, really? That's why I was invited to Papa Joe Jackson's memorial with the whole family. She says, for a fact, Latoya is behind him. Of course she knows him. He used to hang out at the house as a lot of people did. Son, he is not. She don't know. But he used to hang out at the house. Okay? So Brenda Richie don't know what's going on. Has no clue whatsoever what's going on. But she admitted that Brandon used to hang out at the house when he was a kid. Okay? So we got that. And then we have Brenda Richie. Let's go to the other one. Brenda Richie saying Michael had a black girlfriend in 93. Here it is right here. Brenda Richie said MJ was engaged to a black woman in 91. Oh my God. Here it is. This is Taj. Taj don't tell the truth all the time either. Okay, Brenda Richie said Michael was engaged to a black woman in 91. Do you know anything about this? He didn't answer. Okay? Just because you're a member of the family, you're close to the Jacksons, don't mean you know everything. Okay, wait, there's another one where Brenda had mentioned that. Okay, hold on. Oh, here's the picture, just in case, of me, That's me. That's me. That's Jeffrey. That's Latoya, and that's Brenda Richie. That's at the Polo Lounge. Okay. So, but anyway, hold on. Where is the one where Brenda Richie, let's see, says, I have it. Maybe I called it Richie. Where is it? Hung out at the house. Brandon does know about Brandon. Yeah, she got arrested too. Okay, for beating up Lionel or something. Domestic violence. She gonna talk about something. Okay, so let me put Richie in here. Maybe I put it under Richie. Let me see. And it's a tweet. Oh man, why is this doing this? Richie. Okay, why is this doing this? Brenda Richie knows about Brandon. Okay. Oh shoot. Okay, let's see. And Brenda Richie didn't even know Michael's real name. And she's supposed to know everything. You don't even know that. Okay, hold on. Where is that? Okay, let me put the word girlfriend. Girlfriend. Let me look up the girlfriend. Okay, girlfriend. Okay. All right. Let's look up girlfriend. Maybe the word black. Okay, ACK. Okay, let's see, black. Michael had a black girlfriend. If I find it, guys, I will post. But I have it where she says Michael had a black girlfriend. Hold on, let me see. I hate when I can't find what I'm looking for. Okay, okay, the stuff's coming up. There's just so much. Archives, my archives are so full. I didn't mean to bring that up. That's why it's not up, because I didn't mean to bring that up. There's so much under the word black. Black Michael and the black ear. Autopsy with the disappearing black ear. No, it's so funny. It's so funny. But Brenda Richie had said, I'll find it. But y'all know if I say I have it somewhere. Okay, let's see. Oh, where did Brenda Richie? She tweeted that. And I saved it. Let's see. Engaged. Let me see. Engaged. Maybe that's the key word. Sometimes spelling Brenda wrong. I got typos in it. Michael was engaged in '91, and that's when MJ and that girl. That's when that picture does. So I'm just wondering. Okay, I'll find it another time. Okay, Okay, guys. But until then, okay, I will keep up and keep you guys abreast of everything. And if there's any more clues, I thank all of you guys who send me the Michael news. You know that I'm busy, and you're so nice to send me that stuff, and I so appreciate it. Okay? You're on it, and they get jealous of you, Pearl. For me, and you're the best, and I'm so glad I found you. Love you from Westchester, Virginia. Thank you, Penny. Thank you. I know. How could you be mad at the thought of Michael being alive? Wouldn't you be interested instead of offended? You know? Gosh. You know, if you just learn a few basics. So anyway, guys, so I will see you next time, okay? I love you. I'm going out to dinner with Cecil. We're going to dinner, so I kind of got on a little cute outfit. It's got the matching pants, too. Let me show you. It's got the matching pants, okay? So anyway, guys, I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.